Hello again, Ms Dee here. This video presentation is really gonna pack a punch. It's gonna be stimulating, but I'm not gonna cry. It's gonna be revealing, because I'm gonna disclose a big secret of Jehovah's Witnesses in this video. Also, there's going to be a little suspense too. So I'm promising stimulation, revelations, and secret information all rolled into one video. Wow! You ready? Let's get started. How to leave silently a religion or a relationship. There's a metaphor that goes like this. Some exits don't require slamming the door. They slip through the shadows. Do you agree? There's a reporter on TV by the name of John Cajonas, and he is the host of a show that you're probably familiar with called What Would You Do? In that program, the question, what would you do? That's called a reflective question. And a reflective question, those questions are mind stimulating because they require individual thoughts, individual responses, and individual emotions. And I just love for my audience to demonstrate all three as I'm talking to them. My reflective question to you relating to this video titled, How to Leave a Religion Silently, or How to Leave a Relationship Silently. My reflective question to you is, what if? What if silence is not weakness, but wisdom? What if silence is not weakness, but wisdom? There's a scripture in the Bible book of Proverbs that says even fools are considered wise when they keep silent. Do you think? Do you think it's possible to pack your bags silently in your religion? Do you? Do you think it's possible to pack your bags silently in your relationship? Do you? May I share a true story with you about an elder who left his religion and his relationship silently and simultaneously too. Once upon a time, this young elder in my congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses was married to a young pioneer sister who referred to me as her spiritual mom. We had a beautiful spiritual relationship as we worked together in the door-to-door activity that Jehovah's Witnesses are known for. And my biological children, they did not worship with me. and her biological mom did not worship with her. So we considered one another family. We were very close. She called me whenever she had a problem or wanted a recipe. We had a very good mother-daughter relationship. I did notice bruises and scratches on her while we were working in field service together. However, she always had an explanation. The dog, the cat. That was a hint to me to cut the conversation. You're being too nosy. So I did cut the conversation. Or I would tell her, girl, you need to get rid of that dog and the cat. Never thinking or mentioning physical abuse. After all, her husband held one of the highest positions at the Kingdom Hall as an elder, and she too was a pioneer and considered an example of love to everybody. But it was always in the back of my mind. And then one morning, out of the blue, we had planned to work together for a return visit, which we were both looking forward to. I wasn't able to confirm our plans the night before, but that wasn't unusual because sometimes sisters get busy with their husbands and they're not able to confirm. But we still meet for field service anyway. She was not at the meeting and neither was he. This does not happen. Not in service to Jehovah. This just does not happen. An elder and a pioneer sister not showing up for a scheduled meeting? It's unheard of. I asked around, and everyone was so secretive. I did not understand and became very worried. I went by their home. No answer. But the car was in the driveway. No response. I was told by one of my elders, "Let it go, sister," in a firm tone. She's okay. But I couldn't because I loved her like my own daughter. Somebody had to tell me something. I created such a stink until I received a call from her fleshly sister telling me that she had been disciplined by her husband. And they decided to move out of state to protect his spiritual status, and she agreed. But no. I wanted to talk to my spiritual daughter and make sure she was all right. In fact, I insisted. I received a call and she invited me over as she was packing to leave town while he was at work. I went over and she answered the door. I could hardly believe it. I could not believe it. I froze in my tracks, mouth wide open in shock. As I gazed at her face, she had 2 black eyes and a busted lip, almost unrecognizable. I said, who did this to you? She started to cry and I joined her as she replied, He did. I said, let's call the police now and report this to the elders. She said, they know, Mom. And they suggested that we move out of state to a new congregation so that he does not lose his position. She begged me, please, Mom, let it go. And let me tell you, we can never call the police. It would bring reproach on God's name. It's in the elder's handbook. It's a congregation secret. Until you have a problem that you bring to the elders, then they tell you, never call the police with a personal problem. Only discuss it with the elders in your congregation. These are directions from the Watchtower Society in the Elders Handbook, which is only available to elders. What? That statement floored me. Then thoughts start spinning through my mind. I was under the impression that we should not call the police when in field service, but not regarding our own personal safety. That was the beginning of the end for me. He does not want to lose his position as an elder. He worked too hard to get it. Oh my goodness. How many conversations have I heard at the Kingdom Hall about Catholic priests involved in abuse and being covered up by transferring them to another church or synagogue where nobody knows? How many? Oh no. This is a case of the pot calling the kettle black. True story. And I had it in mind when creating this video presentation for you. Remember, I promised mental stimulation, I promised revelations, and I delivered a JW secret. And a little suspense too, don't you think? However, this was only a snack. YouTube has a feast of experiences and information on how to exit religion and or relationships silently or even quietly. If you have an appetite for more, feast on YouTube. Feast on YouTube. I did. It's therapeutic. I'd like to close this presentation with a poem about this journey created by yours truly. Here goes. It's called A Brand New Me. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness for over 50 years. Today, I'm not. After shedding many tears, I used to attend several meetings at the Kingdom Hall, Today, today I'm not going to any meetings at all. I used to go preaching house to house and door to door. Today, I'm into developing me, myself, and I more. I used to recruit, proselytize, and even gaslight too. But today, I let others decide what they want to do. I used to be a brainwashed prisoner and a slave to the Watchtower Society who taught me how to behave. I used to shun others when told to do so. But today, I show real, unconditional love to everyone that I know. I used to permit others to treat me like crap. Today, those same people are subject to get a slap. There are so many holidays I did not celebrate. Who would think there are Christians known as Jehovah Witnesses who are taught to hate? After standing on many street corners for many years, a long time, today, I'm free to be happy and realize that freedom is not a crime. I used to refuse blood and carried a card. Today I'd gladly give blood from the bottom of my heart to save a life. I used to judge others and teach what I was taught. But today I share knowledge and love and advise. Don't get caught up in a web of deceit day after day and week after week. Before you know it, the years fly by, and all you can say is my, and breathe a heavy sigh. So it has been said, so let it be done. Thanks for coming. See ya. Bye now.